How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Upstate Angling. Today we actually have a very interesting video. We're talking about a new bait to the market, and it's already very popular, and I've actually seen some people that want to hear reviews about this bait, and there's not that many reviews out there. So that is, probably you already know because you clicked on the video, that is the Zman CrossEyez Chatterbait. So we're actually going to be taking this bait out to the water, but before we go out to the water, I'm actually going to talk about the specs of this bait. This bait, I decided, they're brand new, I have to pick up one of them. So I got one in the fire, I think this is the fire craw color, just a red color, and I figured great for spring. So pretty much this bait has, well, this is the ½ ounce, but this bait has a hand-tied skirt. It's got the one lead keeper and the one wire keeper. It's got a 5/0 super sharp custom hook. I can't remember the name of it. I'll pop it up on the screen right here. But it's a custom hook, 5/0, and the blade on it is like a blackish metallic color. It's got the snap right here, just like the jackhammer, and this is obviously ½ ounce. But the biggest thing about this chatterbait is it's got that little wire weed keeper right there that goes over the hook, so you can really probably fish this around heavier cover, maybe some wood, some heavier grass, a lot better than maybe other chatterbaits. So at the end of this video, well, actually right now we're going to go out to the water, but at the end of this video we are going to be talking about my opinion on this and kind of comparing this chatterbait right here to the jackhammer. This chatterbait is $9.99 if you guys didn't know that. So we're going to be comparing it to like the jackhammer and other higher end chatterbaits, and just see what I think. So before we get out to the water, pretty much the setup, this is just 7.3 medium heavy rod Dobbin Sierra, Daiwa Tatula, and I'm just using some Sunline Assassin. That's the line of choice today. So figured you know that because it may affect the bait. We didn't get underwater footage, but I kind of showed you guys how the bait moved in water and how it affected the rod and the thump, the vibration, stuff like that. So you guys stay tuned. We'll see you guys out on the water, and then at the end of the video we'll talk about my thoughts on this and compare it to the jackhammer. So see you guys out on the water. Alright guys, we are to the water. Like I said, I went over the specs. This is and the trailer for this is just a 6 cents divine swim bait. So we're going to get to testing this. Like I said, I've had this bait for about a month and have not caught any fish on it, but I have fished it for about an hour around different places, so I can give you guys a pretty decent review. It is April 1st and it is snowing out. We've gotten like 4 inches of snow in the last hour. This is just ridiculous. So when I cast out, let it sink, I don't know if you guys can see my rod, but it does start vibrating instantly, just as fast as the jackhammer. If I will do a lot of comparisons with this versus the jackhammer, and I will say this bait does start vibrating just as fast as the jackhammer. And overall this bait is very similar to the jackhammer. So when we cast it out there, just going to reel it, and as you can see, it does not come to the surface until about a foot before the rod tip, which is really good for chatterbaits. And when I'm just fishing it out there in general, it stays down. It does not start to rise. It doesn't start to rise until about now, and then it comes out of the water. So I'm not fishing it very deep. I'm only fishing it about 6 inches under the water, but it stays down very well, and it does start vibrating very quickly, which is what you want to see in a chatterbait. Versus the jackhammer does have better specs to it, like better components, better hooks, trailer keepers, stuff like that. But when we're talking performance, I think this bait does just as well as the jackhammer. Runs nice and straight. So it's hard for you guys to see, but when I do pitch that out and just drag it through the water, It does run very straight, and it looks so good. And when we're talking about thump, it has about the same amount of thump as a jackhammer, maybe a little bit more. My favorite thing about this is when you bring it through the water, the way it sits, it just looks so realistic, so much more realistic than other chatterbaits in my opinion. So when it's just going through, it looks super realistic. It's got that fast vibration. As for skipping, I mean, it's about the same as every chatterbait. Not great for skipping, but you can get it to skip decently, and obviously depends on the person. You know, I'm not great at skipping, but I think it skips pretty decently. Really haven't tried skipping too many chatterbaits. I can skip jigs so much better than a chatterbait, but skipping it's fine. Alright guys, there's some grass right here. You can kind of see it on the GoPro. So I'm just going to cast in there, and we're just going to bring it right through that grass. Oh, see that? It came right out. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that chatterbait came right out. We're going to do this grass. That wasn't a very good cast. Came right out, just again. Now I know this is kind of dead grass, but when we're just reeling it, we're going to go right through that grass. Oh, pop it, boom. Look at that. Comes out really clean. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, if I just keep pitching around this grass, just reel it like normal. Yep, it comes out just like a normal chatterbait. You would want a normal chatterbait to come out. So that's enough. We are going to get home and finalize this video and my thoughts on this chatterbait. So guys, we are back home, and I pretty much have the CrossEyez and the Zman jackhammer right here. So we're going to do some comparisons on them. We do have some underwater footage of this jackhammer up on the channel, so that'll be up in the corner. Go check that out. But let's go into the actual comparison. Before we do the comparison, I'm going to mostly talk about this. I really like the bait, this bait. I love the skirt, the trailer keeper is great, hook is super sharp, vibrates quickly, all that kind of good stuff. So overall, this bait, I mean, you can't really get much better in my opinion. But can you? This jackhammer, hard to beat. I mean, obviously I think everybody agrees that the jackhammer is one of the best chatterbaits out on the market. But the jackhammer is also $17, and another great chatterbait on the market that I found is this right here. This is the Strike King Thunder Cricket. So these three chatterbaits right here, I'll come out and say it right now, they are my top three chatterbaits. They're also the three chatterbaits that are most expensive that I have, but these are by far my favorite chatterbaits. And the Thunder Cricket is $13, I believe, or $14. I think it's actually $14. Jackhammer, like I said, is $17, and this is $10. So pretty much comparing them, I'm mostly going to do the jackhammer versus CrossEyez. This vibrates quickly, stays down good, has a terrible skirt on it. I hate the skirt on this. Decent big hook, I like the hook. Decent trailer keeper. The skirt is terrible. So that's probably my third favorite out of these three. But between the jackhammer and this, yes, I will say I like the jackhammer better, but the jackhammer is also $7 more. So I would much rather go out and buy this bait right here. I mean, it's got the hand-tied skirt, so does this. This has double wire. I personally like the lead and one wire better. They both have good head paint to them. I would say the jackhammer is a little bit better. The jackhammer does have that fleeing bait fish motion, whereas this chatterbait right here does not. But remember, we're talking a $7 difference. So they both vibrate the same. I was out on the water, I was comparing them. They both stay down the same. They both start up the same. They have about the same thump. I would say this one has a little bit more of a thump to it, but they're super similar. The only things I would say about the jackhammer that are probably better is, yes, the jackhammer does have a sharper hook on it, and it's more of like a stout hook. Personally, yes, it does have a better trailer keeper. I'm not a fan of the trailer keeper, but it does have a better trailer keeper. The skirts are the same on both of the baits, both that hand-tied skirt. The head paint, I would say, is the same. Just that fleeing bait fish motion that the jackhammer has, I would say is a step up from this. But if you're talking about these two baits, remember, this one's 17, this one's 10. If you're on a budget, even if you're not on a budget, I would go with the CrossEye all day, because one, it's weedless, and two, it does the same exact thing as the jackhammer, besides the fleeing bait fish motion, and it has a little bit better hook. Only two differences about these baits that I have found. I mean, even the blades are the same exact size. These baits are so similar, but yet the price is not similar. $7 is a lot of money when you're talking about a bait. So that's a big difference. So pretty much I would go with the CrossEyez all day. I think right now the CrossEyez is the best budget chatterbait on the market at this point. I've tried out most chatterbaits. I've tried out the Project Z, the Elite, the Custom. I have them all, the Thunder Cricket, but I think I have found, like, even the Project Z is about $1.50 cheaper than this bait right here, and this just blows the Project Z away. This bait, I just think, is the best chatterbait on the market for the price point right now. That's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and tell us if you guys want to see more chatterbait comparisons, you want to see more bait comparisons, more real rods reviews, just any type of review. Just make sure to tell us in the comments below. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.